a matchup to determine the baddest man on the planet. The UFC heavyweight title is on the line. All right, here's the heavyweight contender, Francis Ngannou. Of course, he has challenged for UFC gold. He learned a lot in that fight against Stipe Miocic, but for my money, this is the biggest power threat, punch for punch, in the UFC today.
It's unbelievable the amount of power that Francis Ngannou possesses. But as you said, he learned in the Miocic fight, because how could he not be learning? He's only been fighting for about 5-6 years. So this guy is truly a blank canvas. Every day, he's getting better and better and better. And he's one of the guys that you can see that before long, he will be wearing the UFC heavyweight title.
And he has certainly given back to his native Cameroon, founded the Francis Ngannou Foundation. They have opened a gym over there, but Ngannou still with a lot of work to do here in the octagon, and that effort continues in earnest here tonight. Well, a lot of people think it's the most significant title in combat sports. No argument from me. Baddest man on the planet, UFC heavyweight champion. There he is in the flesh. What an absolute monster. What a title reign it has been. But a serious challenge in front of him here tonight. When this man became the heavyweight champion, a lot of people thought that this challenger was the one who would wrest the belt away. Now the fight is here. We'll see if we get a new champion, or if this man continues one of the greatest heavyweight legacies the octagon has ever seen. And now let's get you our tale of the tape for this heavyweight championship fight. Ngannou is 7 years his senior. He weighed in at 250 pounds. He will have an 8-inch reach advantage. Here for the official introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Yves Lavigne. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer, holding a professional record of 17 wins, 3 losses. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 250 pounds. Fighting out of Paris, France, presenting the challenger, Francis the Predator Ngannou. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 12 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Stockholm, Sweden, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Khamzat Chimaev.
UFC belt on the line. Protect yourself at all time. Obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now. Go back to your corner.
And with that touch of the gloves, we are underway. Is palpable as this fight gets underway, and it'll be interesting to see how this matchup plays out. Definite striker on one side against another guy who can really do it all.
And in those situations, normally the guy that's more well-rounded will be the one will find success. I want to see how this plays out.
And they separate. Oh, single collar tie here. Well, you saw the tail of the tape. He has a reach advantage and made good use of it there with that punch. Oh, brutal knee to the body. Oh! And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if there's more where that came from.
Boxing, boxing, boxing.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick. Big punch from the clinch.
Hip tosses him down. Now we'll see if he can advance position.
I mean, right into side control.
Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom. The Kimura is not the arm, it's the shoulder pressure that usually makes it goes to an omoplata. Great pressure going forward by the top fighter now.
You can certainly count on one hand the number of omoplatas that have been executed in the octagon.
He got it, John.
Oh, he got it done, absolutely. He finishes his opponent by way of submission. Let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He was able to get the fight to the ground exactly where he wanted it. Eventually, his opponent gave him an opportunity to get a submission. He did that, and he should be very proud of the work he did tonight in the octagon.
So there he is, the baddest man on the planet, UFC heavyweight champion of the world, a title that every heavyweight wants. He has it after the win by submission here tonight. He leaned on the grappling, and he got the job done in a big way.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Leving has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 29 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by submission due to an omoplata. And new undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Francis the Predator Ngannou.
Well, DC, you know how much I love crowning new champions, and when we get to see these men and women realize these dreams, but to do it at heavyweight, man, just incredible.